Good morning. Well, happy Monday. It is good to be with you this morning. 7:20, 7:09 on September 29th, the end of the month. We are here looking at October right around the corner. So, man, what a full month it has been. And we're looking at another full month coming in October. But hope you have had an amazing month and an amazing weekend. We absolutely did. It was a full weekend. I want to give you a little update on where we're at as a campaign, and then give you a preview of what we're going to be stepping into in October. Um, so here we go. There's a few dates coming up for October. October 4th, Czech Festival here, a little bit closer to home. We've been all over the state, so we get to stay a little bit closer. October 4th in Yukon, and then Chickasha, also October 4th. It's the big Twister Fest. So an awesome car show. My buddy Chris Walsh is putting this on in Chickasha, and man, expecting a major turnout. So if you are into classic trucks, then you don't want to miss the Twister Fest down in Chickasha, Oklahoma. So check that out. October 5th, we are at Lake Thunderbird, the chili cook-off, and I'm actually going to speak a little bit there. We're going to have some worship and fellowship, and then we're going to head back over to Tulsa on the 8th and 9th. We're going to be in Claremore on the 11th, Cushing, and also on the 11th, Oklahoma Rising. So really looking forward to the next Oklahoma Rising in Durant. So this is going to be at Freedom Acres. Now, there's not a better place to have an Oklahoma Rising than at Freedom Acres. So very thankful to Evan and his family down in Durant that are hosting us. And like I say here in this flyer, we're at a turning point. Yeah, harkening back to Charlie Kirk and what we witnessed and where we are today. We absolutely are in a turning point. People are seeking God like never before. We are in a spiritual awakening. So if you didn't know, now you know. We're in a spiritual awakening. It is here, and got some things to comment on that. But be sure to mark your calendars for October 11th. This will be worth traveling if you're not in the Durant area. This will be worth traveling to. Okay, we're gonna play and pray together. All right. So we got some face painting, food trucks. I'm gonna do another fittest farmer competition. Pumpkin painting. Then, of course, we're going to pray. We're going to worship. There's going to be a call to action, and bring your family out. It's going to be a good time. Over the weekend, we went out to Tecumseh, and my beautiful family there. This is one of Chris Walsh's classic trucks, his little C10 truck, and we took it in the Tecumseh Frontier Days Parade, and had a fun time. So had a great crew of volunteers, and really appreciate all those who, invested their free time, their day to come out. Nobody in this picture was local to Tecumseh. Everybody traveled at least an hour to get here. And it was so worth it, though. We all marched in the parade, passed out candy, a ton of flyers. I think we handed out around 600 flyers to people. And then, of course, had a booth there on the main street, and got to visit with so many great people who were just walking by, curious about the campaign, curious about policies and things like that. So got to meet a great group of people, and lined up some more supporters, passing out signs like crazy in Tecumseh. So I'm expecting Tecumseh to be littered with Jake Merrick signs. I don't know if littered is the appropriate word there, but anyway, we'll see them across Tecumseh. And before that, we were actually over at the state fair, where I had more supporters, and I had a good time there. So, um, the Tulsa State Fair, I like it. I like the Tulsa State Fair. It's real. It felt. I know this is weird talking about a state fair, but it felt clean. It's got a really nice big building, and GOP booth rocked. So Melissa Myers did an amazing job. The GOP chair out in Tulsa. Melissa did a great job with the booth. Man, I had a picture of the booth. I thought it was in my lineup here. Let me see if I can get that to you because it was a cool booth, but I had a cool graphic for the booth. And yeah, let me see if I can send this to you. Um, all right, here, give me a second. I'm gonna load it up so you can check out the booth and see my picture on it as well. Um, come on, what's going on? Of course, we got our corn dog. No, actually, let's see. No, I didn't do a corn dog this time. I did um, it was amazing, like what, a hot dog or something. I don't know, but it was pretty awesome. And why would this load up? Well, I'm gonna have to skip it. Okay, here it goes. Okay. Oh, I got to take one off. It's saying I got too many pictures. Um, all right, here we go. So check that out. Isn't that amazing? They had the big screen going, and then of course got my graphic on there. So was standing with the sledgehammer, ready to break things. We're gonna see some massive reform. Robert said no donut burger. Did not get a donut burger, but it's probably best I did not see that there was a donut burger because I probably would have gotten one of those. Uh, yeah, so Melissa Myers did a great job setting up this right in the middle of the action out at the fair, and there's a rotation of pictures and videos that were playing, but that was mine. Got a little snapshot of that. And so great job, Melissa, and the Tulsa County GOP. Good morning, Rebecca. Good to see you. So, man, we are just storming it, right? We're just marching all over Oklahoma and loving it, really loving it. I mean, me and my family, we're we are intentional about getting rest, but those rest days are um, they're not often. So right now it looks like our only day we're home is Wednesday. Actually, this week is an exception because we are here today and tomorrow, and I'm going to do some recording today. We got a lot of things here locally I'm going to take care of, but yeah, we're just marching all over the state and loving it. So again, if you want to try to get on the schedule, then go to jakemerrick.com. Sorry, jakemerrickforgovernor.com, and you can request a meeting. If you want us to come to one of your meetings, you can request that and take a look at the calendar online. It should all be updated. You can kind of see where we're at and see what dates are available, and we'll do our best to work that in there. Love to do that with you. So we're scheduling some meet and greets. We got some out of the box events coming up that we're working on. Looking forward to those, but love to connect with you and people there locally. Yeah, Leslie's got the link posted there, jakemerrickforgovernor.com/events. And let's see here. Let me give you a little update on sorry, let me remove this graphic. Wow. I mean, so yesterday I preached at Out of the Box Church in Blanchard, which by the way, our Sundays are filling up. So if you would like for us to come minister at your church, we love to come not as a candidate, but as a minister. So I love to preach the gospel, speak to the church, call the church to action and just minister to the people. And so if your church is open to that, then I'd love to come. My wife and I both, she gives her testimony as well, and she can straight up preach herself. So we were at Out of the Box Church, and maybe I shouldn't tell you this because you might not want us to come, but we actually went from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. yesterday. We got out of church around 2 p.m. because there was such hunger and God was moving so powerfully that we just continued to let God move. We didn't put God in a box. And it's interesting, it's called Out of the Box Church. But really, we didn't put him in a box and give God a timeline to work with. We let God do whatever he wanted to do and ended up leaving at 2:00. And, people were born again. People were healed and delivered. I'll give you a quick testimony. I was praying over a young man. And as I was praying over him, the Lord spoke to my heart and said, this man, and he's, maybe in his early 20s. And I said, he's anointed to heal the deaf. Okay. And I had some hesitation sharing that, but I told him anyway. Said, I believe God is saying that you are anointed to heal the deaf. And he looks up and starts laughing. I was like, does that resonate with you? And he said, my girlfriend is deaf. I was like, wow. And that was just one of so many testimonies from yesterday. I could spend all morning talking to you about what happened yesterday morning, but it didn't stop there. Got home and I had reached out to several young men. God kept on burdening me to pour into young men. So I reached out to a few kind of ages 17 to 25 and feel like there is definitely a window right now in the wake of Charlie Kirk and everything. And there's a hunger and there's a desire. And so I reached out to some young men, invited them over for a campfire and conversation. I called it a campfire call of duty is what I called it. And I had 7 young men meet me out at my house. We had a campfire last night. Actually, let me see. While I'm talking, I remembered I think I have a picture of that. I'll send it to you. But 7 young men showed up in my house, and I think the way she posted on Facebook, we were there till 9:30, 9:45 last night, and I'm telling you, God moved in a powerful way with all of these young men. They'll never be the same. They will never be the same. Let me send you a couple of pictures so you can see. I like to do this, kind of share with you what's going on. Let me send these to you here. It was an intimate setting, and these guys, man, they're young but they're hungry. And tell you what, they pressed in, and God met them there. That's what he does. He meets you where you're at. So here was one of them. The little campfire, call of duty. We just talked about the call of God on their life, and they were hungry for more. They wanted to go deeper in God, and they wanted to impact the culture and see revival, be a part of revival, all of these things. So good group of guys hanging out at my place yesterday, campfire, and these guys are going to be world changers. They are world changers. And so we're going to do it again next Sunday. Next Sunday, we're going to meet again, and it's just going to blow up. It is. So what are you doing with your life? That is the question. because God wants to use you. He's moving. And I would encourage you, however, whenever, plug in to wherever you see God moving. Wherever you see God moving. I tell you, he is moving in this campaign. That is one way you can plug into what God is doing. I can say that confidently, not boasting in myself, but it's just the reality. We're making this, we're opening this up so that it is him leading it. It's him leading it. And, we are going to GOP events. We're going to OK2A events, preaching in churches, hosting our own events. And in the middle of all that, God is just moving. He's stirring hearts. He's calling people to himself. While we were on the streets of Tecumseh, right there on Main Street, we were praying with people right and left in front of our booth. They're coming in to talk about policy, ask about my vision for Oklahoma. But in the meantime, you get to know people, and you start opening up and have a chance to pray over them. And, I'll never back down from that. I'll never try to be someone else. I mean, I'm a believer. I'm a Jesus follower. I'm a Christian. And that's going to impact everything I do. It impacts how I do business. It impacts how I do family. It impacts how I govern. And so never pressure to force people to be a Christian. That's like so absurd to me. That's so absurd. It's counter-Christian to force people to be a Christian. That's counter-Christian. But there's clearly a foundation in our country that's based on biblical principles, and not bashful about that. That's just the reality of it. It's not based on the Quran, and it's not based on the teachings of Buddha. It's based on the Bible, and it's just the reality of things. So, when Brian Walters was wanting to mandate and did mandate the Bible in classrooms, it was about teaching the historical connection to the founding of our father, which is absolutely appropriate and I think necessary to fully understand how our country was founded. So when you understand that, then it makes men curious. Like, wow, a great country, the greatest country in the history of the world. How did it come to be? Well, go check out its history and its founding and the direct connection to the Bible and to the Judeo-Christian beliefs. So, and then hopefully that provokes people to go deeper and say, okay, what is it about the Bible and Christianity that, sets people free? It is the religion, if you want to call it a religion, of freedom. And, it's very, very clear that is the theme through the Bible is freedom. And God came to set men free. And so it only makes sense that the freest country in the history of the world was founded on the Bible, on the book, whose theme is freedom. So it is an exciting time. It is an exciting time. And love for you to be a part. So if you want to volunteer in our campaign, you want to help out, be a part of what is happening, just go to the website, jakemerrickforgovernor.com, and you can request to be a volunteer. You can request signs if you want to sign in your yard, or you can request to help door knock, help organize events. There's so many opportunities for you to volunteer. So just go to jakemerrickforgovernor.com and I'm going to go there now. And yeah, at the top, just to make sure, you go to the top and it has volunteer and you say, join the movement. You can also join the prayer team. So some amazing opportunities to be a part. All right, guys. Well, that is what I have this morning. Just wanted to give you an update on what was happening with the campaign, and lots of things are happening. So jump on board. But hey, God bless you guys. Have an amazing day. And I'm going to hop off here so I can start recording for the Jake for the State podcast. And I'll be releasing an episode today. So wait for that. But you can go to Apple or Spotify, wherever you get your podcast. if you subscribe to the Jake for the State podcast, you'll get a notification when I upload the next one. So I'll be uploading one today, and we're going to be digging into a lot of things like the turnpike and like humanure. Going to be talking a lot about that. So just like I said, Spotify, Apple Podcast, check out the Jake for the State podcast, subscribe to it. You'll get a notification when I upload the next one. Robbie, good morning. Hope you're doing well, sir. And God bless you guys. I'll do another one of these live streams on Wednesday. So I'll see you then. All right. God bless you guys.